specifically, who does your fruit go to?
So we have a amazing partnership with Shepherd's Pantry, which is a food bank here in Glendora. So all of our fruit the last couple of years have been going there. And so essentially they give us crates and they give us like their key through a partnership that we have with them. And so we go there and drop off the fruit, and then whenever it's convenient for them, they distribute it to the food insecure. So it's like an amazing partnership we've struck, and we encourage anyone who wants to start a similar chapter anywhere in California to start there by making a partnership with a local food bank, because that's really going to help it keep low cost and efficient.
So I mentioned the oranges that, if you just drive through Glendora, you see the trees everywhere. What other types of fruits are you getting from people?
Oh, we get lots. Lemons, kumquats, figs, pomegranates, avocados, apples. The list is endless.
Wow. So when I was saying you can grow just about anything, I kind of nailed it.
Yes, pretty much. Pretty much.
Okay, what can we do to help you? What can people say even in the area, in Glendora or Azusa or San Dimas, anybody listening right there in that area, what can they do to help?
They can really follow us and support our work. We don't plan to expand in the neighboring cities that much. We just want to keep it to Laverne, San Dimas, Covina, Azusa, Glendora. But we do encourage other passionate fruit lovers like us to start their own chapter in their area if it's too far off. Or just support us online in our social media on Facebook and Instagram at FruitfulYoursNP. And you can get all our details on our website as well, which is www.fruitfulyours.org.
Okay, so you now, I just want to know about you. You're 18 years old, and at 14 you made such a difference already. What are your plans?
I'm heading off to college from here, so I'll be attending Stanford University this fall.
Of course you are. I knew it. I thought somebody like you cannot be that innovative at the age of 14 and not be going crazy, amazing places.
Thank you so much.
That is, what are you studying?
Computer science.
Oh my, you are, okay. So when you run for president, don't forget that you are on Wake Up Call. Remember all us little people.
No, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity.
Mahir, thank you, and thank you for what you're doing in your community, and I just think you're an inspiration, so I appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much.
Good luck. See you later. All right, so again, his name is Mahir Anand. Vote for him when he runs for president, because what were you doing at 14? I wasn't. Let's see, what was I doing at 14? I was a cheerleader. I was chasing boys at high school. Let's see. I was actively involved in chasing boys in high school. Yeah, that's what I did at 14. He is making a difference in his community. And all he did was open his eyes and say, hey, there's fruit on the ground. It doesn't have to be. It could go to help people. I love people like this. So, Mahir Anand, best of luck to you. Off to Stanford you go. And thanks for making a difference in your Glendora community. That's huge. I hope that, anybody listening right now, maybe you've got a kid and you're thinking, I want to give my kid some direction. Have them listen to the podcast or Wake Up Call. Have them listen to, what a difference somebody can make just by getting an idea of something that's right there in front of them. Amazing. All right, let's get back to some of these stories coming out of the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Well, a man in San Diego who supplied the tortillas that were thrown at a mostly Hispanic basketball team during a championship game claims it wasn't meant to be racist. The San Diego Tribune says the man is a former student at the mostly white Coronado High School. He says throwing the tortillas to celebrate a win was a tradition at University of California in Santa Barbara, where he attended. Is that true? Somebody hit me up on Twitter. Did you go to UC Santa Barbara? Do you throw tortillas there? All right, even if that is the case, Why would you think that that is, you've got, even if that was the case, that you did do that in celebration at a game, you have to realize your actions are so scrutinized these days. We are in such kind of a raw time in society. I feel like you have to kind of overthink everything that you're doing. And even if you think it's harmless, even if you think, oh, what are you talking about? That wasn't racist. That wasn't meant to be racist. You have to think, might this construe some sort of racism? Might this be taken wrong? And I can tell you that right now, people are not going to necessarily say that they're watching for it, but you've got, times are touchy right now, and you just can't. Do you want to do something that you think might hurt somebody? I don't think any of us wants to do something. So does it hurt to just take a step back and think about what you're doing before you do it? Why is that a problem? Why is that a bad thing? Well, the long-awaited government report on unexplained aerial phenomena is expected to be sent to Congress today. Retired Navy Lieutenant Commander Alex Dietrich, a veteran combat pilot, says she spotted a UAP in 2004 near San Diego.
As a military officer, we're always conditioned to think friend or foe. There is a concern about national security, something in our immediate vicinity when we were conducting military exercises.
U.S. intelligence agencies reportedly haven't reached a definitive explanation for the military's encounters with UAPs. I kind of hope they find something. I kind of do. Don't you? All right, when we come back, we are going to talk Nike. Whoever's doing Nike's marketing is doing something right, because their quarterly earnings were crazy. And remember Michael Avenatti, the attorney who was convicted of extortion involving Nike? He was supposed to be sentenced yesterday, but that's been postponed, so we'll find out why. And what did you make at your first job? So your first high school job. So, I don't know, you're 16, 17, you go to get a job, and maybe you went to a fast food chain or a restaurant, something like that. I remember I was making $3.65 an hour. It was student wages back in the day at La Comida Mexican Food in Redding. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a place in Texas that is so desperate for workers that they are willing to pay tens of thousands of dollars to high schoolers just to come and work for them. I'll tell you where. Right now, let's see what's up with this wreck on the 605.
So working in Pico Rivera, it's a fatal crash investigation and the cleanup of all the fuel that spilled on the freeway. So 605 northbound between Rose Hills and Peck Road, all those lanes are closed. You can get off and use Workman Mill to get around. But the drive is starting to stack up now on Washington Boulevard. And we're seeing some southbound 605 dragging now as the looky-loos come through. So southbound 605 is going to be heavy from the 60 as you head toward Peck Road. Santa Fe Springs, 605 south at the 5 North connector. Somebody stalled out on the right shoulder of that connector road. A little bit of backup through the connection. West Covina on the 10 westbound at Azusa Avenue has a wreck up against the right shoulder wall, so some attention being paid to that as well. In Hollywood, a confound van on the off-ramp if you travel 101 northbound. It's on the Santa Monica Boulevard off-ramp. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robin Banks.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Not to be a backseat driver, but if you need to hire great people fast, you need Indeed. Sponsor a job, and you'll immediately get a list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. More at Indeed.com/credit.
It's Colin Coward. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network, presented by Mercedes-AMG.
The Canadians are headed to their first Stanley Cup final since 1993. The Habs eliminated the Golden Knights and will face the winner of the Lightning Islanders series. The Dodgers ended up on the wrong side of baseball's 7th no-hitter of the season. The Cubs threw their first combined no-no to top LA. And after falling in another 2-0 hole, the Clippers bounced back in Game 3. The Clips defended the Staples Center to breeze past the Suns. I'm Misty Jordan.
At Mercedes-AMG, giving 110% isn't just possible, it's mandatory. They squeeze every last drop of performance out of every last coupe, sedan, roadster, and SUV. Visit MBUSA.com/AMG. Mercedes-AMG, driving performance.
Rates subject to change without notice. Minimum loan amount requirements apply. 60% loan to value and 620 FICO credit score. Certain restrictions apply. Subject to credit approval. NMLS 3290. Loans made or arranged pursuant to a California Finance Lenders Law License number 6036970. Equal housing lender.
Well, it's appropriate to say wake up on your wake-up call, right? I know you've heard all these great home loans being advertised, right? But maybe you've thought, I'd love to get one of those because I certainly have a lot that I need that money for, but I probably don't qualify. Maybe my credit's just, nah, or maybe I'm self-employed. Well, I bet you haven't picked up the phone and called the people at IntelliLoan, because right now IntelliLoan is offering a 1.99% APR with no points or lender fees, and this is even if your credit score is 620. So like I said, even if you've just got so-so credit, you're self-employed, whatever it is, IntelliLoan is here to help you get that great home loan. And right now they've got a 1.99% APR with no points or lender fees, even if you've got a credit score of 620. So call IntelliLoan now before the rates go up. Call 1-800-918-6200. That's 1-800-918-6200, or just go to IntelliLoan.com.
IntelliLoan. Borrow smart. If pills and injections haven't worked for you, a board-certified urologist can help you with a product from Boston Scientific. They perform an outpatient procedure that restores your ability to have intimacy whenever, wherever, and for as long as you want. It's spontaneous, reliable, with no medication, no side effects, or ongoing costs. Many patients are highly satisfied. Go to the website edcure.org to learn about the risks and benefits. Again, that's edcure.org. This ad is co-sponsored by Boston Scientific.
Imagine you're at the wheel of a plug-in hybrid. No, imagine yourself in a plug-in hybrid BMW. Imagine that this vehicle features dynamic performance with an all-electric range long enough for local trips. And you'll get there quicker with access to the HOV lane, the BMW 330e, X3, X-Drive 30e, and X5, X-Drive 45e plug-in hybrids. Range, power, and performance that you unplug to unleash.
See a SoCal BMW Center today for exceptional offers, or visit SoCalBMW.com.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn, but not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Before I started Rooter Hero Plumbing, I was an angry young man. Hello, I'm John Aclan. I was angry because my dad died when I was 17 and he left me alone. I was angry because I couldn't go to college with my friends, and because I had to drop out of high school. It's not a pleasant story. But as I grew older, I also grew up. I realized that my dad didn't leave me alone. He left me with values and principles that continue to shape my life. Dad said, be on time. He didn't like it when people were late. He taught me to be polite. It was something I lost, but recaptured along the way. And he taught me to keep my promises, because broken promises lead to broken relationships. We teach and keep these values at Rooter Hero Plumbing. I think we have a pretty good company. I know we have great people. And if one of our heroes fails to live up to these values, please call me. My private number is on the back of every Rooter Hero business card. You can also reach us at rooterhero.com. Thank you.
Everybody needs a hero. ZL 102-8886.
Now, another iHeartRadio COVID-19 vaccine update.
COVID case numbers in the U.S. have fallen to their lowest point since the start of the pandemic. Dr. Imran Ali says while things are definitely heading in the right direction, we're not out of the woods yet.
It's an amazing feat of science that we've gotten these vaccines so effective, and we have some more in the pipeline.
Dr. Ali says we still need to continue to get people vaccinated quickly so we can contain COVID, its variants, and get back to normal.
Get the latest vaccine info now at cdc.gov/coronavirus.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded. Oh, look what happened here on the air. Most of us broadcast from home. And now here I am back at the studio.
It's a very different feeling. For me, it's positive.
I've been in front of this mic for a very, very long time. July, it'll be 28 years.
Bill Handel.
Good God, is that true?
Mornings from 6 to 10 on KFI.
door this morning. Alex, yeah, Tyler, not really a fan of Taylor Swift.
Oh, you're gonna love Taylor Swift.
Note to self, Tyler can't fill in for John anymore on Wake Up Call. I'm kidding. KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee, and some of the stories we're watching in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. We just learned a little bit earlier this hour, 4 people were killed and 159 others are still missing in that partially collapsed condo tower in South Florida. Now, they are still working. They're hearing some sounds in the rubble, and the search crews are actually having to tunnel under all of the rubble to get to where those sounds are coming from. So the hope is that there are still survivors in there, and of course, they're not going to let that hope go anytime soon. So let's, fingers crossed, hope, pray, whatever you got to do, but let's send some good vibes that way, that some of those sounds are in fact coming from survivors. And then at 11:30 our time this morning, former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin is set to be sentenced in the murder of George Floyd. We'll keep an eye on that for you as well.
It's time for Biz Bites. Bites of business. Biz Bites on Wake Up Call with Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Nike. Wow. I don't know who your marketing people are, but you just made a whole lot of money. You should give them a raise. Nike posted record quarterly sales topping $12 billion for the first time in history. Revenue in May ended the quarter nearly doubled what it was this time last year. Last year was $6.31 billion. This year, $12.34 billion. And, it was interesting because during the pandemic, you had sports that were halted. Nike temporarily shut down a ton of its retail stores. It continued to pay its workers, and what it did was it doubled down on its digital sales while consumers were at home, and apparently that worked. Now, speaking of Nike, you've got high-profile attorney Michael Avenatti, who was supposed to be sentenced in his extortion case against Nike, but for the 7th time, his sentencing has been postponed. It had been delayed 6 times before because of COVID-19. Now, this time around, prosecutors said they did not find Michael Avenatti's 7th request to delay sentencing a charm, saying again that he should be forced to hear his punishment next week for extorting Nike up to $25 million, but now he won't hear his sentencing until July 9th. And that's not the only thing. He's still got cases in L.A. and New York. In Manhattan, the trial scheduled for January, where a jury will decide whether he cheated his former client, porn star Stormy Daniels, out of hundreds of thousands of dollars for a book deal that she signed. And finally, I don't know what you got paid at your first job, but there's a Texas fast food chain that says it is in such need of workers right now. It's offering teenagers salaries of $50,000 in some cases. The thing is called Lane's Chicken Fingers, the chain is. And it's got an opportunity for 16, 17-year-olds to make $50,000 to offset their worker shortages. And I like, though, the CEO's idea behind this. He says, we teach them the ropes of business, how to put on an apron, how to put on a hat, how to cook toast. And yes, we have quite a few young people in our organization that have moved up into those higher wage brackets now. Now, the managers, obviously, you would have to start from the bottom and become one of these team managers at $50,000, but you're 16, 17 years old and you're making that. He said he wants to teach the kids maybe how to ultimately become a general manager, but if nothing else, he says it teaches them the values and the culture and the work ethic and the drive, and it just shows you what potential there is. Lane's Chicken Finger, by the way, apparently has not been stopped at all by the pandemic. It plans to open 100 new stores across Texas. But I like his model. Maybe get the kids in there early, and maybe all they care about at that point is the money. But then they start to learn work ethic, and they start to learn what potential is, and they start to see what, hard work can get you. And maybe if they're working there after they graduate and go to college and, they kind of combine then their education with their work ethic, that's kind of a win-win. This is KFI and KOST HD2 Los Angeles. Let's check out this trouble spot on the 101.
Well, downtown Los Angeles, 101 North at 4th Street. It is a report of a brush fire in that area. Somebody said they smelled smoke. It looks like fire department's on the way to see what's going on there. But there's also, at 1st Street, there's a stalled vehicle in the left lane. So overall, whatever's going on here, you got some heavy traffic from the 5 if you're northbound. It's also backing up the 5 northbound from just before the 710. KFI in the Sky is sponsored by injury attorney SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. Jeff Boss, San Fernando Valley.
You betcha. Good morning, boy. Oh, boy, the sun's up, the moon's up. It's really spectacular out here. And so is the drive, San Fernando Valley. All through a very good start here. South 405, the 101 and all that going through the 405. It's good. We just made our turn through the Quaker Pass. First one I warn you about, there is an issue. It's northbound 101, almost at the top of the hill, in between Highland and Barham. There's a car in the center divider, and if you're getting on the North 101 at Highland, you know that's a left lane entrance, so just be careful as you go through. But the drive is pretty good. We'll head to the stuff around East LA Interchange that Robin warned you about. But I can vouch for the southbound drive. Pretty much down to the 4 level. Things are looking good. We're passing over Vermont right now. So all is well. Off to a good start here. Injured in an accident, visit SuperwomanSuperLawyer.com. Jeff Barr, KFI in the Sky.
Still working on Pico Rivera, 605 North between Rose Hills Road and Peck Road. All those lanes closed with a fatal crash investigation and a cleanup of the oil that's spilled with this big rig. Heavy from Washington Boulevard northbound, southbound. You're stacking up at Valley Boulevard. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robin Banks.
Neil Saavedra here. About 3 years ago, my wife and I called American Vision Windows. They installed gorgeous French doors for us, changed the flow of our home, added architectural appeal. The next project they're doing, our kitchen windows. We can't wait. Their work is meticulous. It's outstanding. I recommended them to my brother, Craig, and now he and his family have a lovely window-encased patio, added 150 sunny square feet to their home. We all know Bill and Kathleen's story. They had a horrible experience replacing their own windows. They started their own company. Fast forward 20 years later, they continue to beautify homes like mine with personal care, complete professionalism, and attention. CSLB number 778326. Give you and your home the gift of light, warmth, and beauty. Trust the window company my family trusts. American Vision Windows. You'll see the difference. Call American Vision Windows today for that free estimate, 888-226-9908. That's 888-226-9908. Or for specials, visit AmericanVisionWindows.com.
An important message from Kaiser Permanente. Thanks to new federal funding, you may be among the millions of Americans now eligible for federal financial assistance to help lower your health coverage premiums, even if you didn't qualify before. That's right. You may now qualify for federal financial assistance to help lower your health coverage premiums, even if you didn't qualify before.
Call Kaiser Permanente now at 1-800-494-6261. That's 1-800-494-6261.
SoCal weather from KFI. Ooh, the heat is on its way. Starting today, inland highs could be in the mid-90s. We'll make it into the upper 90s by the end of the weekend. And the early part of next week, we should see the low 100s. We lead local. Live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee. This has been your Friday wake-up call. Handle on the News starts now.
Handle on the News. Handle on the News.
And I was listening to Bill Handel this morning, and it sounds like it's evil, E-V-I-L.
And now, here's Bill Handel.
All right, Friday morning, June 25th. Good morning, everybody. And we end the week. Quick hello to people here. And welcome back. I just had, for John Holt, I had to ask Wayne something because he's here. There is the lovely Jennifer Jones-Lee. Good morning.
Hello, Handel.
Wayne?
I put that picture, of us up. I know you put it on your Instagram yesterday at Bill Handel Show. Then I took the picture and I put it up on my JJLKFI Instagram and asked people caption this crazy crew. We got some freaking funny listeners out there. Some who like us clearly, and some who don't.
All right. Wayne, good morning.
Good morning. I wasn't going to bring it up, but since she brought up the picture that's on your Instagram at Bill Handel Show, I have a bone to pick with you, Bill, about that picture.
Yes, sir.
You screwed me over yesterday when that picture was taken. Go look at that picture, everybody. Here's what you will see. You will see Bill smiling pretty normally, Jennifer Jones-Lee smiling normally, and me with this incredible exaggerated grin. Why? Because while Jennifer was getting ready to take it and sort of, I think, took one and then didn't like it.
Of my finger.
You were making a massively exaggerated chimpanzee grin. And I thought, oh, it'll be funny if we're both doing it. And then when the actual picture was taken, you went back to a normal grin. So thanks.
You're welcome. Didn't do that purposely, but I'm glad it worked out that way. All right. Alex, good morning.
Morning.
And there is John, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Bill.
And Tyler.
Hey,
good morning. So I was just doing Tyler's in training, as you may or may not know. You know, I was just doing a rough count. And I always thought, in my head, that I was the only Gentile. The non-Gentile in sort of the group.
You mean Jew?
Yeah.
Okay. Just say you're Jewish.
Yeah. And so then I started doing, the count. I'm going, wait a minute. I, Wayne, Tyler, Alex is half a Jew. Don't know if it's the top half or bottom half. Haven't decided. And so when you think about Jews being 3% of the population in the United States, look at our percentage. So now we have Jennifer Jones-Lee.
Yeah.
Goyim.
Yeah.
We have John, fundamental Catholic, so fundamentally counts for 2.
Doesn't that up our odds then? John, I think you're carrying the weight on our team.
Yeah. So you guys are 2, and we are 1, 2, 3. 3.5.
So if you're giving him
3.5.
How 3.5?
Because
you,
Alex.
Me. Oh, Alex. I forgot. Sorry. Wow, it's neck and neck then.
Yeah.
Between the Gentiles and the Jews.
Really bizarre. Also, before we start getting the handle on the news, it's Friday and we're going to have a lot of fun. I was listening to the Sweet James jingle, the new jingle, and I swear to God, all I hear, if you're a ninja, call Sweet James. I'm going to give him a free plug, Tyler. If you can run that little jingle real quick, so Sweet James gets a free plug here. It's one of his, it's like a 5-second promo. And they're scrambling because, I'm asking.
There's a rich tradition of mishearing lyrics.
Yeah.
So you
no, this one,
a new one.
No, this one's pretty close.
Have you been injured?
Tell me how close that is if you're a ninja.
Hit it again, Tyler, if you could, please. Now you've put the idea in everybody's head.
Tell me that isn't close.
I think Sweet James is just expanding his horizons by reaching out to ninjas.
Okay, there you are. I swear, that's what it says. I'm telling you, that's what we're hearing. At least that's what I'm hearing. So you're right. Now, if you're a ninja and have been injured, then you call Sweet James. Okay. God, how many plugs did he get on that one? Like 3, 4 free plugs?
An endorsement? I mean, didn't we all say it at different times?
Well, it's not, it's not an endorsement. It is. And his in the audience he's reaching is very, very narrow. There aren't too many ninjas who listen to this show.
You don't know that.
I do know.
Ninjas are elusive.
No, exactly. She's right. You wouldn't know.
No.
All right, guys. Some bad news. The condo collapse in Miami, that's horrific. I don't know how that happened in the United States. You think that would happen in a third world country. I mean, just crazy. We'll talk about that later on. Also, the Chauvin sentencing happens today. Wayne, I want you to join me on that one in terms of sentencing. Because it happens 11:15 today, our time. And he could literally, the sentencing could go all the way from very little to an enormous number of years.
Yeah, because the judge found aggravating factors that would allow him to go above even the regular Minnesota state guidelines.
So we'll talk about that. In the meantime, you know what? We spent all of our time talking about ninjas and what is going on in the news, which we're going to get right into and go through as many stories as we can. let's check in with Jennifer.
Well, you mentioned the collapse in South Florida, and sounds are being heard from underneath the rubble of that partial condo collapse in Florida, where at least now 4 people were killed and 159 are still unaccounted for. But rescuers say if those sounds are coming from survivors, it could take them a while to reach the survivors. Vice President Harris is in Texas this morning to see the impact of the surge of illegal immigrants at the border. And TV host Conan O'Brien has thanked fans for sticking with him on TBS. He aired the final episode of his talk show last night. It wrapped up 11 years on the cable channel, ending 28 years on late night. We've got a crash on the 605. We'll check with the KFI in the sky next.
Sign on the line 8 DBH for mortgage is a fair housing lender. NMLS 162-6699.
Some wild things happened in home lending while we were filling in for Handel. The government came out with a new program for homeowners that may have missed out on the lowest rates in lending history.
The government enacted a program just days ago giving homeowners relief on refinancing their homes this very minute.
It's called Refi Now, and millions of homeowners are eligible. You can call True Mortgage 866-33-FASTER or go to TrueNow.com right now. See if you qualify for this government program.
Here's the thing, it literally takes less than 5 minutes to see if you qualify. This program has one of the biggest government breaks regarding mortgage qualification guidelines ever.
It's true. Credit requirements have been loosened by the federal government and rates have been reduced even lower, even for those who are self-employed.
If you're a homeowner and missed out on the lowest rates or couldn't refi, this is your time, but do it today before the program runs out.
Give them a call, 833-66-FASTER, or go to TrueNow.com. 833-66-FASTER, or dial pound 250 and say True Mortgage. That's pound 250, True Mortgage.
Now through June 30th, lease a 2021 BMW X3 S-Drive 30i for $449 per month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. See a Southern California BMW Center today for details or visit SoCalBMW.com.
SoCal weather from KFI. Sunny today with highs from the probably low 70s all the way to the mid 90s. This report is brought to you by the Southern California BMW Centers. Let's check a crash on the 605.
Well, we're still looking at Pico Rivera, where all the lanes are closed on the 605 northbound between Rose Hills Road and Peck Road. They're doing the investigation. They're also doing a cleanup of a fuel spill because a big rig was involved in this. And I was just reading the notes as of about 6:04. They're kind of waiting for the coroner to finish and for Caltrans to finish. And they got a couple of big tow trucks on the way as well. Meantime, Washington Boulevard on the northbound side is where you slow down. Southbound side, you got looky-loo stuff stacking up at Valley Boulevard. Workman Mill, kind of your only way around this right now, and it is getting crowded as well. I'm just giving you a foreshadowing of your drive. KFI in the Sky is sponsored by Injury Attorney Superwoman, Superlawyer.com. Jeff Baugh, Trouble Spot on the 101.
You betcha. But some good news. First, we'll follow up on what Robin was warning you about in just a little while, so don't go away if you're headed that way. But North 5 is especially slow from the 710. Now, the issue was, if you were listening to Robin's earlier report, there was a little bit of a fire 101 around 1st Street, but it's out, so don't worry about it. But the big problem was North 101 at 4th. There was a car sitting in the left lane, and good old Freeway Service Patrol, they kind of tag teamed it, stopped all traffic, and we just watched them go off the freeway at 4th Street. So that's the reason the 5 is slow going up towards the East LA interchange. Going north 5 fares a little bit better up towards the 110 at least. Southbound Hollywood Freeway was in pretty good shape now. Quanka Pass all the way down to the 4 level. Really no problems there. Again, more on the 605 coming up. Injured in an accident, visit Superwoman, Superlawyer.com. Jeff Baugh, KFI in the Sky.
KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Robin Banks.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. Not to be a backseat driver, but if you need to hire great people fast, you need Indeed. Sponsor a job, and you'll immediately get a list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. More at Indeed.com/credit.
Time to meet again. Have a safe journey with Turkish Airlines. Book your ticket now and fly until August 6th to enjoy special fares. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, please visit TurkishAirlines.com. Turkish Airlines, widen your world.
It's back
Max for the win. California is giving away 6 dream vacation packages, and anyone 18 or older who is vaccinated has a chance to win. If you're already vaccinated, you're already entered. If you're not yet vaccinated, you still have time. The drawing will happen July 1st. You can win a trip to Anaheim, Palm Springs, Los Angeles, San Diego, or San Francisco. Learn more about the dream vacations at covid19.ca.gov. If you haven't been vaccinated yet, be sure to make an appointment or to find a walk-in clinic at myturn.ca.gov or call 833-422-4255.
Looking for your next investment? Want to cash out of stock market risk and volatility? Here are 8 reasons to consider NRIA's proven real estate development fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized and bonuses to 21% targeted. We strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people are moving to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk and volatility. We have substantial property assets selling out every month supporting your investment. Our short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns today and major upside targets. Our buildings are socially responsible, environmentally friendly, and pandemic hardened. We are an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. Hedge against inflation and receive steady cash flow. Start your due diligence at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Metrolink weekend day passes are the most affordable, stress-free way to explore Southern California. Unlimited rides on Saturday or Sunday, and kids ride free. Leave your car, skip the traffic, ride Metrolink. For more info, visit metrolinktrains.com.
Did you know the Auto Club offers competitive rates on auto insurance? Go to AAA.com/insurance for a free quote today and find out how much you could save. Insurance through the Auto Club. Visit AAA.com/insurance today.
You don't want to mess with the IRS. They have the power to garnish your paycheck, levy your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. That's all true. But thankfully, they're offering a way out. The Fresh Start Initiative. If you qualify, you could save thousands. The experts at Optima Tax Relief will fight to get you the best deal possible. And they have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau to prove it. Call Optima for your free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Look, staying healthy isn't easy. Watching your diet, hitting the gym, avoiding stress. But a good night's rest helps boost your overall health and wellness. And it couldn't be easier. The new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed is the only bed that effortlessly adjusts in response to both of you. The result? You wake up ready for anything. Proven quality sleep is life-changing sleep. Don't miss our weekend special. The new Queen Sleep Number 360 C2 Smart Bed is only $8.99, plus free premium delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday. To learn more, go to sleepnumber.com.
Want to know the secret to making sure everything at Ralph's is fresh? Secret shoppers. Spies we hire to expertly inspect our produce department in every store. Their mission is to ensure we have the freshest bananas, lettuce, and more. Now that the secret is out, you know what else is? Tomatoes that are fresher than fresh. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
Now it's even easier to save on your favorites with delivery and free pickup. Just visit Ralphs.com or the app today. Restrictions apply. Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
You've got 2 dogs, a service and a comfort dog. So it's like the service dog works 5 days a week, and then on weekends the comfort dog kicks in, so the service dog can get a couple of days off.
No, the service dog performs tasks every day.
Like what?
He reminds me to take my medication.
All right.
And
he brings a pill box to you?
Handle on the Law. Tomorrow morning at 8 on KFI.
More stimulating talk.
If you're injured and need a lawyer, go to handleonthelaw.com.
Handle on the news as we actually go through as many stories as possible, because there's a lot of news. Jennifer Jones Lee, Wayne, and me lead